Who would have guessed that a hat clip would become so popular over the past month? Last month, I recommended the hat clip for travel niche in July's video based on the competition, the search volume, and the ease of market entry. Over the past 30 days, search volume increased by 155%, and over the past 90 days, by 230%. Search volume is now around 13,000 monthly searches, which is a key indicator of a high demand niche. Jungle Scout is still rating this an 8 out of 10 niche score, so there's still time to enter this market. This goes to show how powerful these recommendations can be, and with product research, you can really set yourself up to succeed. Fortunately for you, today we are going to cover 3 more products for August, and these products are going to be just as good, if not better. Let's go. Okay, let's get started right away. We'll start out today with our high demand product, which is great for wholesalers to jump on an existing listing that does not have limitations and to begin selling the identical product. For this month in August, that will be the Forward Neck Posture Corrector. These were very popular in 2020 during the pandemic when everyone was working from home, and they still have those elevated levels of demand. As you can see from the search results, there's mainly 2 different types. There are these foam rollers that you can rest your head on to stretch your neck muscles, and then the other popular one are these posture correctors that you actually wear. Believe it or not, I have one right here that I actually use day to day, so it's a very good and useful product that works. Now that you have an idea of what this product is, let's go into some of the data of why I chose this for the high demand product for the month. The first thing that caught my attention was the average monthly units sold, which was 5,269 units per month on average. That's a very, very high number, and once we get into the search volume, you can see that that's only trending up from here. Average monthly price is around $27 for these ones that have the Velcro and the ones that you wear on your back. I'd say these are a little less expensive versus the foam rollers that we saw on there. Monthly search volume, 461, so this is low, but that's just because this is a very specific niche in the overall posture corrector category, subcategory, if you will. So I wouldn't worry about this too much. 30-day and 90-day search trend, those are relatively reasonable at 9 and 25% respectively. Competition low, niche score an 8 out of 10. Now if we jump down here for the 2-year search volume chart, we can see that it's been fairly stable between, I'd say, about 40 to 100 searches per month. And then we saw some increase in 2021, as we can see here. And now we're beginning to see that increase again throughout 2022. These are all great signs that everything is trending up in this particular niche. The last thing I want to show you on this page is if we select the average units sold, what really caught my attention in 2020 was the rise starting in August. So you can see from August until December 2020, it nearly doubled in average units sold per month. That's a great sign. And then as you can see throughout 2021, we saw a increase from the start of the year the whole way up to October. Now, I would imagine we're going to be following a similar curve here. It may not be as high as it was in 2021, but we'll still see those elevated levels of demand, with October ultimately being the peak. So make sure to get your products before October. Ideally, you want to list this product near the end of August, early September, so you can be ready for that rise in demand, nearly double demand versus September to October. That will set you up to succeed. On Alibaba, you can get the ones that you wear on your back for about $3.30 a unit. I'd estimate about $1 in shipping. So if we pull up the revenue calculator, we can quickly see how much we could expect to reasonably profit per sale. As you see down here at the bottom, we can expect close to a 51% profit margin at the median price. As I mentioned, these will probably sell for a little less since they're not as luxurious as the other ones, the foam rollers. So even if we wrote this down to $24.99, we'd still expect a decent profit margin of around 48%. A very good product for a high demand product. All right, so moving on to our second product for August, that is going to be our innovative product, which is a product that has shown the out-of-the-box thinking. It may be in a popular niche before, but this is a different design, a different type of product that's going to really make a change in that niche. For this month, that is going to be the iced coffee cups. Now, when you think of an iced coffee cup, you probably think of the ones that come from Starbucks or your local gas station. But as you can see here, there's actually some different products and designs that are entering the market. Not just these plastic ones, but these glass ones. As you can see here, they're becoming very popular. And that is what really set this niche above the rest in that iced coffee niche, is that the designs are changing and they're becoming more luxurious and not just disposable ones. So that is what we're going to be focusing on for this product. If you move over to the data, you can quickly see down below the search volume has been increasing for the past 2 years. It's a very consistent and steady growth. I mean, you've seen some downtrends here, as we can see here, but overall, if you took an average line, you would see that it's been increasing year over year, month over month. That's what we want to see for a long-term product. Taking a look at the average monthly units sold of over 5,000, that meets our high demand product criteria already. So that's a great sign for an innovative product. Average monthly price around $21. I would expect that for this higher end design. Monthly search volume close to 10,000, very high numbers there. Good search trends and low competition with a niche score of an 8 out of 10. Similar to our last product, if we take a look at the average units sold over the past 2 years, we can see some trends in how consumers and when consumers are actually purchasing this product. We can see that December during the holiday season is a very popular time, even though in 2021 we didn't quite see that. So this makes it a little bit difficult for us as Amazon sellers that these trends, they're not repeating themselves year over year, so it's harder to predict. But if I had to guess, I think we would see an elevated holiday season. Not quite to the levels of 2020, but I think they'd be similar to 2021, if not greater, which is still very high. Here's an example of the coffee cup that I found on Alibaba that has a more unique design and not just the disposable. This one's refillable. It comes with a straw that collapses down into the lid, and it has looks like a silicone grip. Very good product, and it's probably very durable glass, so you shouldn't have to worry too much about shipping this from overseas. This one goes for $1.80 for the first 2,999 units, and then I'd estimate between $1 and $1.50 for shipping per unit. If we add this into our revenue calculator using Amazon FBA, we could expect about a 41% profit margin and over $8 in profit per sale. That is great, especially when the average listing is seeing over 5,000 monthly units sold. Okay, and our last product is the niche product of the month, or the product that has the least amount of competition, and it's going to give you the easiest opportunity to enter the market without a whole lot of competition. This is going to be the dog bath sprayer, and if you know me, especially in 2022, I love any pet supplies. I think it's one of the best categories to be selling in as a new beginner seller on Amazon. As you can see, there's some very innovative and more luxurious metal sprayers, but I don't think that's a niche that we want to be targeting. They do make these silicone attachments. We'll see if we can find one here. So yeah, great. We found 2 here, one for $24.95 and one for $44.95. So a wide price difference. But these simply attach to your hand when you're bathing the dog, and they have some grips that you can actually groom your dog with while it's spraying the water out. It's a simple hose attachment. It's pretty simple when you look at the grand scheme of things and other type of products in this market. Now with our niche products, we're not accustomed to seeing high levels of search volume or high average monthly units sold for this type of product. We're really just focused on how small the competition is and how easy it is to enter that market for a long-term private label product. So for the average monthly units sold, we have about 882. Average monthly price, I would not consider this a fair estimate for the type of product that we are going to be targeting. I'd say between $20 and $30 is our average monthly price for our design, which we'll see here in a second. Monthly search volume is fairly low at 241. We are seeing some uptrends, and if we jump down to the bottom here for the search volume over the past 2 years, we can see that it's been very, very stable between 30 and 45 number of searches. But as you can see, we are starting to see an increase here in 2022, and that is a great indicator that we're going to be seeing rising demand levels for the next couple of months at least. Lastly, competition, very low, niche score, an 8 out of 10. All right, and the last thing here, let's try to find any trends in this average unit sold history the past 2 years, and I can quickly see, just by looking at this, some trends from right here. So as you can see in September, it usually peaks in September for 2020, it did, and then it goes on a slight decline up until the spring starts, which is what we saw here. Spring declines until September. We see that large spike, and then it continues declining until the spring again. Look, April. So this is a very obvious trend, at least from my eyes. If I had to just analyze this, I would say that we are going to be seeing elevated levels of demand at the beginning of spring and at the beginning of fall, which would place us in September of this year. So if you can begin selling this end of August, early September, you're going to be in a great spot, especially to set yourself up to succeed come spring of 2023. Looking at this product on Alibaba, this is the very similar product to the 2 listings that I pointed out when we were scrolling on earlier in the video. This one simply attaches to your hand, has a hose, a very simple design. So for the first 500 pieces or so, this comes at a $4.20 unit cost. Obviously, it'll get cheaper the more that you purchase. And I estimate between $1 and $1.50 for shipping. We go to the revenue calculator. I'm going to decrease this slightly down to $34.99. That would be a good entry point right now. That gives us a 50% profit margin. Even if we were to match that competitor that had theirs at $24.95, it's still going to give us at least a 35% profit margin, which actually exceeds my criteria for any private label product. Still gives you a good bit of room to advertise and market this product and to still take home some profit within the first couple of months. All right, thank you for watching today, guys. Make sure to subscribe for the next video that comes out September 1st or earlier. That way you can ensure that you're the first person to see my top 3 product recommendations for that month.